It's the end of February 2023, so I'm going to be showing you my top 5 favorite fragrances for the month. These are the ones that I've been using the most. Starting off, in 5th place is a newcomer to my collection. It's Creed Aventus Cologne. Emphasis on cologne. Whenever I talk about this fragrance, even when I show the bottle, people still think I'm referring to the original. I am not. This one is clearly a gray bottle. The original is black. All right, now, the reason I found myself reaching for this fragrance is because it's just perfect for daily wear. This is just one of those scents that you can throw on anytime, any place, and you're gonna smell fantastic. Now, what does it smell like? It's this unisex pineapple scent. Now, I know that pineapple is not a groundbreaking note. In fact, it got super popular because of the original Aventus, and then there were so many clones that came out of that, like that fresh pineapple DNA. But to me, it's just so easygoing. I really found myself grabbing for this fragrance a lot of times during this month because even at nighttime, I just loved how refreshing this was. And it's a very simple fragrance. So with Creed Aventus Cologne, it strips away that smoky note that's present in the original. And that's why I find this to be super likable. In fact, to the feminine nose, to a lot of women that I've been around, they much rather prefer Aventus Cologne over the original because of the simplicity of the fragrance and the sex appeal. It's just really an easy 1-2 punch. Now, in terms of performance, this one was actually sitting at about 5 to 6 hours on skin, and it would still last there and linger much longer, but of course you would have to put your nose closer to where you applied the fragrance. But on clothes, it lasted a pretty good amount of time. I can't even lie. Now, I know that people have talked about reformulation. I'm not as knowledgeable with the reformulation game of what happens with certain fragrances and how they used to perform before, because I really just got into this hobby a couple of years ago. So maybe everything that I'm smelling probably might be a reformulated version, but I would take that as a good thing because if this is reformulated, it still performs pretty decently for a fresh fragrance. Now, as always, I'll put the discount link and discount codes for all of these fragrances in the comment section below. And that is an affiliate link in case you do want to support the channel. I get a slight bit of commission off of that if you do make purchases off of those. So I appreciate the love and support, but of course, buy where you're comfortable. All right. Now, 5th place, Creed Aventus Cologne. In 4th place, Elysium by Raja Parfums. It's not a surprise, y'all, okay? This one smells like a lemon pineapple cocktail on me. I love how refreshing it is. I just love how sexy this fragrance is. It's a life of the party fragrance. I say this in every single video because I mean it. And listen, if you look at Elysium in my videos and whenever you see it in a list and you roll your eyes, I get it, right? People get tired when there's a lot of repetition. But in these top 5 videos that I'm doing, I think, like, for me, right, if I was the viewer and I was watching somebody's channel and I saw that they consistently had certain fragrances in their top 5, like, as years go by, I'd be like, okay, that's some serious shit. Like, that is something they really do love. And that's the reason I started this series, because I want to see, okay, what do I gravitate to? Because there are fragrances that are sometimes on this list and then they fall off and they're not really talked about as much anymore. But there are a couple that have stayed on ever since I first tried them, and Elysium is just one of those joints. So this one actually has solid performance on me as well. I do get compliments past 7 hours when I am wearing this fragrance. I know there's a lot of people that are subscribed to me that get poor performance with it. They're like, oh, it only lasts 2 hours, 3 hours, and it sucks that it does that. I would say that one reason might be that you're actually just nose blind to the fragrance, because that happens to me as well. And that happens with a lot of fragrances that you throw on. You don't really expect them to be, you don't expect to smell and detect them 24/7 while you're wearing it. Sometimes you're gonna go nose blind, and it's normal. It's totally okay. But Elysium is something that I've worn to so many parties, so many events, and people just love on it. Guys, girls, it does not matter. People ask me what the name of my fragrance is. They want to buy it when they smell it on me because it is a showstopper. And I know that online in the fragrance community, people are saying that, oh, it's so basic for its price point. And listen, of course, everybody's budget is different. Some people, when they see something worth $300, they don't bat an eye because they just got it like that, right? Whereas some people are struggle busing with like $100. So I totally understand if the price point is too extravagant for a lot of people. But I will say, when I have worn this, again, around average people, people that are not into fragrances, they love this shit so much. Let me tell you, there's a lot of people that wanted to rock this as a signature scent after they smelled it on me, but they saw the price and they, that kind of kept them from wanting to purchase it. But they're like, damn, you smell so good. I want to wear that. I want to be smelling like that. So this is just an absolute compliment monster. But aside from that, aside from compliments, I wear this when I just do errands by myself in the car, and I just love the way I smell. So this just makes me happy. Very upbeat fragrance. In third place is Salt and Pepper by Precious Liquid. Look at the juice on this fragrance. This one and Elysium have just been going through it lately, but I love this scent. All right, y'all know how much I love it. Even, I don't even know how many months it's been when I first tried this fragrance or not, but seriously, so good. I've already gone through 2 travel size samples of this fragrance, and then this is the bottle. I'm sure if I didn't have those travel sizes, this probably would be finished. Or it'd probably be like right here on the juice mark, But this is a peppery fragrance that does have some ambroxan. It is a little bit salty. Salt isn't as detectable with this scent. You're not smelling like steak seasoning, okay? It's not that type of direction. I know the name of it. It's kind of off-putting when you hear it, right? Because even for me, I was like, salt and pepper? Like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? But regardless of all of that, this and Elysium, like my 1-2 punch. When I layer these two together, it is unstoppable. I've told y'all about the Costco story. There have been other stories at grocery stores when I have worn this fragrance and people have complimented me, followed my scent trail, asked me what I'm wearing. But this one was so good in the club. When I went to the club recently and I wore Salt and Pepper, I was getting so many compliments from women. They were like, you smell so good. And the guys that were with them were like, hey, by the way, like, what are you wearing? You know what I mean? Like, I need to cop that. That's what they were saying, because it was getting a lot of attention from women. And like I've said so many times in my videos, this is sexy to women. Guys are going to smell this and overlook it. They're not going to understand it. They're going to think it's too basic, right? Which is why I love wearing it, because I know I'm the only one rocking it. You know what I'm saying? But this, so good. If you are strictly looking for attention from women, you want sexy reactions from women, then I would recommend you Salt and Pepper, because this has never failed me, all right? This one, so freaking fire. I love this scent, but actually, you should stay away from this one, all right? There's other good scents like, just get Blue de Chanel. And this one, just leave this one for me, all right? Now, in second place is another newcomer, Molecule 02 by Eccentric Molecules. And this fragrance is an ambroxan scent. So you probably have smelled ambroxan if you've smelled pretty much any masculine fragrance in Macy's, Ulta, Sephora. A lot of the designer scents have ambroxan in them, which really help the fragrance push. Now, I would get a lot of comments, specifically on TikTok, where girls would ask me, how come with guy fragrances, they seem to be stronger with just a couple sprays, like it would choke out the room? And I would tell them it's not because they're, what is it? I lost my train of thought, but it's because they have that note of ambroxan in them. That's why a lot of people get irritated with masculine fragrances, because people just don't know how to apply them. It's not that the smell is bad, but it's because a random person, well, any person would typically buy that fragrance, spray, let's say 10, 12 sprays of Dior Sauvage, and then choke out every single person in the room. And then now everyone has a negative association with Dior Sauvage, when in fact that fragrance doesn't smell bad, but it's just unfortunate that a lot of people that buy it don't know how to apply it. So that's just that's what happens a lot with fragrances, right? They either really over apply it and they're not aware, or they don't apply it correctly and then they hardly smell themselves and it falls off of them really fast, right? So Molecule 02, ambroxan fragrance that does smell really good. Now, to me, this is very prominent to my nose. I can easily pick up on this fragrance once I spray it, but it's not really something that pushes as much. Like by itself, it's a pretty, like, scent bubble fragrance. It does not project as I thought an Ambroxan fragrance would project. Now, this does somewhat start to get a little bit stronger when you get active. Like, it smells like fresh, clean, transparent, right? And the more active you get, it gets a little bit stronger, but it's still not that intense. It still doesn't have much of a scent trail, to be completely honest with you. But this also has a touch of sweetness to it that I can't really put my nose on. You know, some people, when they wear Molecule 02, they get straight up like an amber creamy scent on them. On me, it's more fresh and clean, but sometimes I do get a touch of sweet, which is always really interesting, which is why I find that this would be a fantastic signature scent, because it could just, you know, it varies on the person that it's on, and it just smells nice. You know, it's something that people get confused with. They're like, you smell good, but it doesn't smell like you're wearing anything, you know? So it's one of those things. Now, first place, come on now, Molecule 01 by Eccentric Molecules. I was actually debating on making these two my number one, but to keep it real, these 5 fragrances that I'm showing you, these are the only ones that I really used this month. But yeah, I've been layering the crap out of these two together. These have been my tried and true fragrances this month, and it's been a fantastic signature scent. This combo right here, really fire, because yes, it's fresh and clean, but then it's also sexy and it's also mysterious, because by mysterious, I don't mean like Carlisle mysterious, right? I mean, like I said with this description, that people don't know what you're wearing, but it smells good. They don't know that you're wearing something. But I love this combo. I really feel like this is totally underrated in my opinion. Okay, I know that there are a lot of people that are fans of this brand, but these two as a signature scent is, I honestly was very surprised with how much I love the smell of it. Even on clothes, by the way, because I know that this one here is an ISO E Super fragrance, right? It enhances your skin chemistry. Some people get like cedar with this. On me, this is like a laundry-esque type of fragrance. But when I apply both of these on clothes, I still get that clean, transparent, fresh smell. It doesn't go any sweet, kind of like how I mentioned, this one sometimes has a touch of sweet, but I don't know what it is, but it's addicting, y'all. These two together fire, but of course, Molecule 01, I had to put this in first place because I was, you know, I think I might have used this one more. Did I? I should have swapped it because I was using this one more, but then I use these a lot together. Man, I can't, honestly, interchangeable, totally interchangeable. But yeah, you got ISO E Super here, you got Ambroxan here, and it's just very unique. And for a lot of people out there that are subscribed to my channel, lots of people want to be unique and sexy. Those are the two big things, is you want something that nobody else is wearing, but you also want it to be the fragrance that when you're in the room, everybody's all over it. That is just a very common thing with a lot of people that are subscribed to my channel. And to be honest, most people that even aren't subscribed to my channel want that. People love standing out and being the person that people are like drawn to, with that magnetic sort of energy. And these fragrances, I mean, if you got that personality, you got that attitude, and then you have a nice fragrance on you that also complements that, you're golden. You know what I'm saying? So again, the discount links, discount codes for these fragrances in the comment section below, in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your top 5 scents for February were, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.